Hey, Mr. Flippy, do you want to do some eyeballing? Oh, yes, Mr. Buckleboy, I'd love to. All right, let's go. I just pulled that out of the dirt. That is an old knife handle, some sort, butter knife handle. See the design there? Two-piece construction. There's the ferrule where the iron blade or steel blade went through. It's all busted up. All right. Oh, here's a, looks like maybe a broken elbow skirt Coke bottle. Here is a baby doll leg. Cool. Marble alert. Marblage. Nice. Got another marble sighted here. Nice purple and white. Cool. Well, that's a beady little find. A beady little find. Little glass bead. Kind of nice. Well, I just flipped that out of the ground right here. And that is definitely a Ford axle grease cap from Model T. Kind of cool. I have not eyeballed one before. I've dug a few, but I've never eyeballed one. Cool. The Ford Model T was produced by Ford Motor Company from 1908 to 1927, and it was the first affordable automobile ever produced. Known by nicknames like the Tin Lizzie and the Flivver, the Model T was known in Louisiana as a jitney, which comes from the Creole French word for a nickel, which was the cost of a fare in unlicensed cabs at the state at the time. Many who purchased early cars in Louisiana wanted to earn some extra cash by charging for rides. Like the word flivver, jitney came to mean any small, cheap car. Think about the road conditions in Louisiana during these years before all the public works and road building projects under Huey P. Long. Before Long's road improvements, a trip from Shreveport to New Orleans cost ferry tolls and 3 nights in hotels. Afterward, the journey only took 1 day. The Model T had immense popularity, and with over 15 million sold, this explains why we dig so many parts associated with these cars. Another reason we find parts is that the mechanics made house calls and many repairs could be done by the owner on site. So for these reasons, we tend to recover these items around house and barn sites rather than in mechanic shops. So what Model T related relics do we find? What usually survives are brass component parts, which have survived in the soil. Most are parts which were lost through use or replaced during repairs. Well, of course, we dig the axle grease caps found in the centers of the tires. Here's a non-dug example, and you can see one clearly in the center of this wooden wheel on a surviving car. But we also dig tire valve stems. Here's a photo from an early Schrader catalog. Each one of those valve stems was held on with a nut, which looked like this, and each valve stem was covered by a dust cover, which was screwed onto the threaded stem. Those dust covers look like this. A current reproduction is in the center. The dust cap on the right dates between 1917 and 1925. Another common relic is the iconic Model T ignition key. There were only about 50 different variants of this key made, so theft could be an issue. However, most owners simply left their keys in the ignition since car theft wasn't much of a thing at the time. The key did not start the car like it does today. It simply allowed the coil box to be activated for the vehicle to be started with a hand crank, and the key also allowed the engine to be turned off. The key also allowed the car to be switched to magneto mode. Here's an excavated example of an early hand crank to start a vehicle motor. This wasn't from a Model T most likely, but you get the idea. There's a cool video link in the description that explains all of the controls, levers, pedals, and so forth on a Model T. Other parts which we generally find are the points from buzz coils, also called trembler coils. Again, check the description for a cool video about buzz coils, and check out the first few minutes of that one. Here's a photo of the points attached to the tops of the coil boxes, and here's a historical photo of a Model T in Abbeville, Louisiana, with the trembler coil boxes removed for repair. Another item that we dig is the cap from the radiators of these vehicles. These brass composition items screwed down into a brass collar. Nickel-plated ones date to after the year 1915. Another frequently dug relic is the timer roller for the Model T, which had to be replaced periodically on the car. And here's another frequently recovered relic, the radiator drain cock, which was made out of brass. This item is often misidentified as a gas valve fitting for early home lighting, but these are actually from the Model T and Model A. A similar brass valve on the crankshaft was used for the purpose of draining out oil. Well, that's enough of an explainer segment. Now let's get back to the show.
Do y'all see what I see? It's right there. It must be a Bennington marble. That's what I'm thinking it is. Oh yeah, brown Benny. Woo! I've got another marvelous find here. It's a marvelous find. Marvelous. Wonderful. It is hotter than the surface of the sun. Oh man, I'm dripping sweat. I wonder if this is a complete tiny bottle. Looks good. Oh yeah. Nice little medicine bottle or similar. Cool. It's more marblage. Another purple and white glass. Cool. Nice condition. As I'm walking along, I'm always trying to think, what do I want the most out of a site like this? You know, for an eyeball site, I'm like, well, today I would love to just eyeball a coin. I think that would be cool. It's a crosser button. A coin would be awesome. Any coin, really. I mean, obviously, I'd love to walk up on a Walker $50 or something. That would be amazing. But I'm always thinking, you know, like, what would I like to see, you know? Some cool World War II or World War I military, that would be fun. You know, a piece of jewelry. Ooh, look at this. Is that a nice marble or what? Awesome. Yeah. Alright, back at it. I just walked up on a tiny bottle. Cool. I don't know what it is. Smelling salts. Some sort of little bitty medicine. It may have one little chip right there, but I'm still taking it home. Cool. More marbeliciousness. A little tiny baby marble. Well, folks, I've got a two-piece button here. It's a cuff size. Don't be a great seal. Be something really wild. It's a great seal. Well, I got some World War II stuff. Cool. And here's some weird looking thing right here. Come on, Mr. Flippy. What is this? Some sort of weird pipe fitting. Alright. Is that a marble I see before me? Heck yes. Washed out in the bottom. Cool. Well, I'm not sure what that thing is. This is probably a lead-headed nail over here. Yeah. I pick up all the things that are around because it saves me time later on if they turn up again. That might be the top of a fire poker. Yeah, something like that. Cool. Well, here's a marble and some piece of twisted up brass. It looks like a good thing for recycling. Folks, I ain't never seen a bobcat, but I've seen some lynx. Big white porcelain marble. Like it. Older find. Well, I just found this place that's loaded with glass. None of the glass is very old, but I did already make two finds. Here's the first find, which is a marble. And when I stopped to pick up the marble, I looked over and saw hobble skirt Coke. So let's hope that that is a Christmas Coke. Oh, it's broken. It's actually later than a Christmas Coke, I think. Yep. All right, I'll poke around in here a little bit. And here's a decent find. Baby doll arm or leg. It's not marked with a size number that I can tell. Cool. Well, I just pulled this out of the mud. I actually think that that's a toy hammer. It's made out of pot metal. Nail pullers would have been over here. There's the business end and the part where the shaft went. That's kind of neat. Weird. Cool. Here's some marblage. I think this is just a cat's eye. Yeah. But still a find. Here's another marble. Another cat's eye. Not too old. Well, folks, you can hardly see that, but it's a little bitty speck, and it's a tiny, tiny little glass bead. I always just tap it on my teeth to see, but yeah, that's definitely a little glass bead. Cool. It's got his beady little eyes. I think I've got another beady little find. Let's see here. That's weird. That is plastic. Wah wah. Oh, right on cue. Looks like a tax token. Right on top. Probably is. Not positive. Yeah, it is. Tax token. Alright. Okay, so here's a weird side note. This little tax token was definitely holed in the center. Normally they have a triangular opening there, which is as they are made. And this one was definitely tacked to something or used as a washer or who knows what. It's pretty weird use for one of these. So I definitely think that's cool. Out of all the ones I've dug, I've never found one like that. And I don't get too excited about these things, but I think that's kind of neat when something's used for a purpose for which it was not intended. All right, back to the show. Well, folks, it's 105 heat index right now. And I am starting to wear down. I stopped in this spot here because I had eyeballed an Indian head scent here maybe 4 years ago, and thought I would give it another shot. So we'll see what I find. Got a marble right on top. Clear glass. It's really fiery hot from the sun. Wow. I think I've got another marble down here. It's like down in the dirt. We'll flip it out. Yeah, almost invisible, almost covered up. Cool. Well, that is a pretty obvious marble. Pretty obvious marble right there in the center. Beautiful orange marble right on top. Nice. Wow, nice marble. Very, very nice. Sweet. There's stuff here. Well, another marble. Pretty one. Right there. Blue. Looks like a cat's eye. Cool. That's either another one or a piece of one hiding. Oh, it's just a piece of one. Fragment of a marble. Well, here I am picking up iron again. That looks very pistol-like. I don't know, I'm gonna electrocute that and see what that is. Maybe nothing, maybe something. Well, folks, I woke up on either a coin or a button just sitting there on top on a nice little pedestal. of dirt. Probably a wheat scent, but we will see. Man, it's encrusted. What are you? Huh. It is indeed a wheat. Cool, nice to get a coin. Well friends, that is a stunning little marble right on top of the ground. Beautiful marble, wow. It's not touched by the plow. Gorgeous. I got all these dragonflies flying around. They're eating all of the gnats out of the air. I'm stirring up a bunch of gnats, I guess, as I'm walking by. Cool. I'm not sure what this is. Maybe a cigarette case. It's got some ribbed design. Looks like it was gold gilded at one time. Yeah, I bet that's a cigarette case. Cool. Well, this little marble's trying to hide down here in the dirt. Oh, it's not complete. Darn. Oh well, just a half. Here is a bottle stopper, glass bottle stopper. I like these finds. Kind of cool. Yep. Nice that it's complete. It's that time of year to find nests like this. I'm assuming that's, I don't know what kind of a nest that is actually. Killdeer's speckled egg. It's more blended in with the ground, but I'm gonna leave it alone and walk on. Well folks, I found another coin here. It's probably another wheat, just laying right on top of the ground. Yep, probably is a wheatie. Yeah, it's a wheat, definitely. All right. Well, here's another marble. It's looking like it's broken and plow struck and kind of destroyed. I'm always hoping that when I'm walking I find some silver, you know, like a big Walker half or Franklin half. I know that there's a shot at that, you know, even a silver quarter would be nice, but it seems like you hardly ever find that in these sites. You've got majority of the coins are wheats. You get an occasional tax token or a good for token. You get a very occasional Indian head cent or V-nickel. Most of them are Jeffersons and Buffaloes, an occasional silver nickel. But I keep hoping. It sure would be nice. All right, back at it. Got a bead here. Don't know if it's glass or plastic. I think that's plastic. Boo. I've got another marble fragment here. Yeah, just the tip. Darn. Got some marblage. Clear marblage. It's clear to me. Got some more marbleousness. This one's beat to death. But, yeah, oh well. I think I have a tiny bottle here. Probably aspirin if I had to guess. Let's see if it's whole. It might be. I was really careful rubbing around the lip of these because that's where they chip. Are you aspirin? What are you? Bayer? Yep. Bayer brand. Definitely an aspirin bottle. Cool. I think this one is in decent shape. Awesome. Nope. Plow chipped on the bottom. Ah, that's a shame. Tiny bottle alert. What do we have here? It is complete. Not sure what that is. Medicine? Yeah, it's a medicine bottle. Nice. Let's got the measurements. Some sort of a medicine. Cork top. Cool. Got some more marblage here. Little cat's eye. Slightly damaged. Well, folks, I just walked up on a coin. Probable wheat. Let's see what we've got here. Yep. It's a wheatie. Check it out when I get home, if I don't drop it again on the dirt. Yep, definite wheat. That's the reverse. Yep. And folks, here's another coin. That looks like it's a memorial. Yeah, it's a memorial. Wah wah. Another marble here. Slightly dinged. Cool. I just walked up on another coin. This is kind of a coin bearing area here. That is probably a wartime wheat cent. They get really red like that. It's usually that shell casing composition, if I had to guess. Yep, that's a wheat for sure. Yep, probably 1940s, late 40s, if I had to guess. All right, cool. Wow, here's another coin. That's 4 coins in one row here, and I bet that's another one of those shell casing composition wheat cents. Probably. Yep, certainly is. Yep, there's 1 cent. There's the obverse. Cool. Well, folks, the last row had 4 coins. This row has nothing. I'm almost done with it. I did see a marble here washed out. I think it's just a portion of 1. Yep, just a half of 1, 2/3. It's all random, you know, but to be honest, it wasn't random back then, because people are creatures of habits. You know, they lose coins in the same spots and so forth, but plow just kind of scatters it about. But I'll tell you, stuff doesn't move as much as you'd think it does. All right, back at it. New spot here that I found. It's really good. That's some sort of a tin, compact, something with a hinge. Got an older marble here. It's porcelain. But first one of those today. Keep digging. Well, that is a giant doll leg. Wow, pretty big. Broken foot, painted garter, bulbous calf. That's 1880s to 1920s or so, I would guess. Wow, cool. Looks like a hard rubber button here. Yep, it says Goodyear patent. So that is an early one, probably 1870s or 60s. Pretty cool. Here's another doll arm. This is an arm, the hand broken off. Anytime you see these doll arms and legs, you know it's an older spot. Seems like 20s and before. It's a size 6 arm. Cool. Well, this must be the doll arm and leg row. There's another, looks like a leg, broken. Cool. Picked up one more piece on the way to the car, some sort of a gas valve, I guess, or industrial valve, probably gas, judging from the tip. All right, you all have a good day. Catch you next time. Well, folks, first off, let's talk about the non-desirables. I pick up every piece of trash, crap, copper wire, junk, and I recycle all of it. I don't have to pick it up again if it plows up to the surface. There's some sort of a lead piece, and so I recycle all of that. This piece, I'm not quite sure. That's a little big for a pistol, but you know, some of those really old pistols, I'm just going to electrocute it just to get the rust off and see what that is. It may be nothing, it may be something. These are junk finds, some musket ball, some plastic beads and buttons, and some pieces of sugarcane glass. So that's kind of the stuff that I pick up that I'm not going to save. Well, folks, here's the finds wrap up of the good stuff. Got the poker handle, got the axle grease cover from the Model T. I just picked up the mocha wear because I liked it. I don't know what this piece is that I picked up. I'll figure that out later. Here's the marked button with Goodyear's patent. Actually, no, I take that back. That's not the marked button. That is a vegetable ivory button, most likely. Some beads and so forth. I think that's probably the oldest one there, that glass one. A little tiny bead. A bunch of Prosser buttons. We've got the stopper, all these doll arms and legs. Pretty cool. A doll plate that was broken. A knob. This is definitely a hammerhead. Probably had a wooden handle made out of pot metal. Kid's toy. The center of of some sort of a slicker button, AJ Tower and Company, I imagine. The tax token, and then I got a ton of marbles. These are all fragments, halves and quarters, and then I got all of these, which are pretty nice, but all have some sort of damage, even slight damage in some way. I got this little underwear button, women's underwear button. Here is the marked one that's like Goodyear patent. So that's a nice hard rubber button there. I like that very much, fairly old. I've got the cuff button here from a World War II uniform. 6 wheat cents, 1916. Most of them are, the other 4 are 1940s to 50s, late 40s, very early 50s. Here's the Stinkin' Lincoln Memorial. I got 4 marbles that did not sustain damage here with the plow. I got 4 survivors. That's it. So I'm very happy to have those that are perfect. Then I got a couple of older marbles, the Bennington, the white porcelain, and the clay that were not damaged. And I lost the footage of this, but this is a hand-painted porcelain marble. That's very old, so I'm super pleased to have that. Those are pretty rare survivors. Most of the ones I find are just the plain non-painted kind, but to have the ones that are painted is pretty special. Unfortunately, the plow got it. And then last of all, I got these lovely bottles. There's the Bayer Company bottle. Yep, the Bayer Company division. Yep, so that's an aspirin bottle. The little cork stopper bottle I like very much. The medicine bottle, all of these cleaned up beautifully too. And this little bottle that I also like, it's also cork. So those are the finds. Thank you all so much for watching. I really appreciate all of you. Please take care and like, subscribe, share my videos if you like them, and consider supporting my channel by being a member. It doesn't cost much per month, and you get the gratification of knowing that and satisfaction of knowing that you're doing something good. Thank you all. Have a good week.